There we go. Okay, sige. Hello. Welcome sa last lesson natin sa statistics, no? As for the next one, bukas, last lesson natin sa math. Sa Thursday, problem set. Sa Friday, problem set. Ay, sa Saturday, problem set, no? Okay, yun. Today, last lesson natin sa statistics. Uh, Ewan ko, mahirap to kasi this would mostly focus on calculator techniques, no? I'm sure na madadalian lang kayo. Don't worry. Marami to, pero let's try our best, no? Sige, game. So today, we're going to discuss further, no? Um, ano pag yung the normal distribution or the normal curve, no? Ano kapag yung mga probability distribution natin dinamihan natin yung mga population, ay dinamihan natin yung mga sample natin. Di ba, we discussed yung mga probability distribution natin, no? Paano kung dinamihan natin yung mga sample natin, dinicrease natin yung class width, di ba? Paano kung gano'n? Paano kung dinamihan natin? So, um, if a random variable has a probability distribution of graph is continuous, bell-shaped, and symmetric, it is called the normal distribution. No? Normal distribution. The graph is called a normal distribution curve kasi, titignan natin, symmetric siya, di ba? Symmetric siya, smooth siya, and yan, you'll know more about the properties later. Basta yan, probability distribution din yan. This is the third quarter na pala statistics. The mathematical equation, you don't need to know this. Basta, always remember na probability in a curve is represented by its area, no? Always remember that. Okay? Sige. You don't need to remember this. Oh. The shape and position of normal distribution curve depends on the variables mean and standard deviation. So, ito yung pinaka-importante yung titignan natin ngayon. So, yan. See? Pag mas mababa yung yung standard deviation, mas mababa yung curve and mas wide na onte. Kapag 0 and 1, yung mean and sigma, mas pataas siya. Take note, we're using population, no? Population data. Population mean and population standard deviation, no? Ayan, different means but the same standard deviations. Another illustration lang. Ayan, different widths and different standard deviations. No? So, you see how the curves shape yung normal distribution natin. Higher mean, nandito sa kanan. No? Nasa kanan siya. Wait lang ha. Ano yung mga pinaka-importante dito? Ito, the mean, median, and mode are equal and are located at the center of the distribution. Kasi nga symmetric yung distribution, no? Always remember that, no? Kasi symmetric yung distribution. Di ba, na-discuss natin sa skewness, kapag symmetric, equal lahat yung tatlong parameters na yan. Isa lang yung mode. The total area under the normal distribution curve is 100%, no? 100%. Diba sabi ko sa probability, yung total probabilities is 1 or 100%. Ganun din dito, no? 100% yung total area. Okay? Itong last na fact, ito yan. Within one standard deviation, within one standard deviation, you'll see na wait lang ha. Okay. You'll see na within one standard deviation, 68% ng area yun, no? Within two standard deviations, 95%. And yung last, within 99.7%. You will find the importance of these specific areas maya-maya. Okay? Hello, 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 hello. Okay, pasensya na, nawala ng onti yung net. Sige. Next. Ngayon, let's go to the, tayo nyo naka-red, standard. Standard normal distribution. What does this mean? The standard normal distribution is used by statisticians to make calculations easier. Ito lang tatandaan nyo. Mean of 0, mu equals 0, and sigma equals 1. To transform all the observations of any random variable x to a new set of observations of a normal variable z with mean 0 and variance 1, we use the following formula. No? Ang tawag dito, z-score. Actually, z-score, no? Bakit? Bakit z-score? Kasi ang tawag sa standard normal distribution is the z-distribution. Z-distribution. Okay, some of you might be asking, ano yung importansya ng ginagawa natin, no? Ba't nga ba to? Ano yung application nito? Okay, this is used to, kasi next quarter pa natin ito magawa kasi di natin gagawin yan. This is used to test hypotheses ng mga researchers sa data nila. Kasi you'll see later, gagawa tayo ng mga confidence interval which makes use of these z-scores. That's tinitignan kung, example, gumawa ako ng product. Pasok ba siya? Pasado ba siya sa batch na to? Given this confidence interval of the means? Yun, yung mga ganon. Okay? Or kaya, ngayon sa DOH, yung mga cases nila sa COVID, no? They have their own hypotheses, tapos gumagawa sila ng mga estimations using the standard normal distribution. Tinitignan nila kung nag-flatten ba yung curve, hindi, using z-score and probability calculations. No? Just to remember this formula, value minus mean over standard deviation. The z-score is the number of standard deviations a particular value x is away from the mean. The corresponding value has a specified value of the area to its left. So, anong sabihin yan? No? Anong sabihin yan? Look, a z-score of 1 means na it is, yung value natin is 1 standard deviation away from the mean 0, no? Yun. Tas yung area to the left niya is 68.26. Plus 13.59 plus 2.15 plus 0.13, it's around 84.13% yung area na nasa left niya. So on and so forth. Example, ito. Find the area under the standard normal distribution curve to the left of z equals 1.73. So, paano yan? Actually, guys, meron tayong table for this. Papakita ko muna sa inyo yung long method, tapos mamaya, yung short method, okay? Which is the use of your calcu. Ito guys, meron tong table, no? Merong table for standard normal distribution. You don't need to memorize everything, you don't need to calculate anything, basta for now, let's study how to get your area, no? I'll give you this later. Kasi, upload ko na lang to, basta hindi natin to matututunan lahat today. Okay? Wait lang ha. Bagal mag-open. Okay guys ha. Tagal mag-download. Mm, 2 minutes guys, 2 minutes. Sa drive ko kasi. 2 minutes, teka lang. Teka lang. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Have a break muna. Ayun, okay, here we go. Launching ulit. I'm going to share my whole screen. Here we go. Teka. Okay. Share na ba yung screen ko? Ayan. Here we go. Okay, sige, let's see Look. Let me fix my resolution. Oh, we have these tables to, ang dami. Ito yung mula sa libro. Standard to, no? Pero bibigyan din naman kayo nito sa school. Table E. Let's go to table E. Yan, standard normal distribution. Oh, 1.73. Get 1.7 and get 0.03. No? You'll get 0.9582. There we go. That's the long method, guys. Kita nyo? Okay. Ngayon, how do you do the shortcut? Okay, look Halika. Kaya madaya talaga itong grade 9 Pwede to. Don't worry. Oh, go. Look at this. Go to setup. Go to 7. Go to 2. Normal CD, guys, Normal CD. Normal CD. Sunod. Sige. Game. 2. Lower bound. Diba left of 1.73? So, huwin mo yan. Ganyan. Ay, sorry. Super large negative number. Kahit random lang lagay nyo. Okay lang. 1.73. Tapos, kasi ginagamit ko to kahapon as mean of standard deviation of 1, mean of 0, yun yung lalabas. 0.9582. Yan That's it. Okay? Yun Clear tayo doon before I continue. Nakuha yung method? Yes, no. Isa pa. Game game. 7. Punta ka sa distribution, punta ka sa 2. Normal CD. Okay? Normal CD, Lower, super large. Kasi di ba left of 1.73? O, left. So, lagi ka ng sobrang laking number. Negative. Lagi ka ng sobrang laking negative. O, yan. Upper. Upper bound, yung z-score mo, 1.73. 0.9582. There we go. Okay na, okay na. Okay na. Before I continue, okay na. But may hindi, yun nga, kailangan nga yun, okay? Nakasulat dyan, Julian, default na, di ba? Default ng 1 tsaka 0. Okay na yan pag ganon. Okay na yan pag ganon. Mamaya pa natin babaguhin yon. Kasi nga standard normal distribution eh. Standard normal, no? Kapag standard normal, sigma is 1, mu is 0. Okay? Okay na? Okay, sige, let's go Continue. Most of the time, 4 decimal places, no? 4 decimal places tayo. Find the area under the standard normal distribution curve to the right of z equals negative 1.24. Ngayon, let's just use this. Game paano yan? Look guys, look. Lower, negative 1.24. Upper, super laking positive number. Try nyo nga. Ito yung sagot Yan, 0.8925. Nakuha? Nakuha? Isa pa. Teka, let's see. Mali ka na nagawa. Wait lang Isa pa. Isa pa. Negative 1.24. Negative 1.24 lower, super high na positive number, upper limit. Standard deviation 1, mu 0. Isa pa nga, I want to make sure na nakukuha niya to. Try mo ulit. But ito 0.8925. Okay na. Sige, game Next. Last one. Area between 1.62 and negative 1.35. Area between 1.62 and negative 1.35. So, same lang. Lower is negative 1.35. Pero ito, dahil meron nang nasa gitna or meron na isa pang limit, 1.62. Yung isa pang z-score. Okay? Sigma is 1, mu is 0. Ito makukuha natin. Can I see nga? Nakuha nyo ba? 0.8589. Okay ba? Okay ba? Okay ba? Before I continue. Okay, sige. Ngayon, meron ako exercise sa inyo. I'll just give you 3 minutes. Kasi mag-ano lang tayo sa calcu. Sige, go. 3 minutes. Send nyo ko sa GC or sa PM kayo bala, okay? Please, wag sa chat ng Google Meet. Kasi hindi ko napapansin agad if nagbe-message kayo. Thank you. 3 minutes lang guys, ha? Mabilis lang to. Sa PM, wag sa Google Meet. Today guys, bigyan niyo ako ng answer before I proceed. Kasi gusto kong mag-gets siya to. Importante to, ha? Guys, pag nagbibigay tayo ng sagot, 4 decimals, no? 4 decimals parati. Anyway, tama to. Erin, siguro nalito ka. Yung number 2, to the right of 2.01, ha? Hindi to the left. To the right, no? To the right. Yes, there we go. That's good. Okay. Sige, last one, si Johan. To the right. So, bale, Erin, yung lower limit mo is 2.01. Yung upper limit mo is a very high positive number. Okay? Try mo ulit before I continue. Yan. There we go. Tama na yan. Sige, 1 minute for sa mga hindi pa nakakasagot. Hinart reacts ko na, tama na yun. Good job. O sige, 1 more minute. Okay, time's up. So, ganito siya, no? Let's see. Let's look at the calcu. Oh. Set up. 7, 2. Lower is 0. 2.14 ay negative 2.14. Sorry, baliktad. Wait lang Negative 2.14, 0. Ayan. As 2.01, 999. Okay, yan. 1.09 and 1.83. Ayan. 0.24 and negative 1.12. Ito. Baliktad. Dapat ayaw nila ng negative yun nasa taas. No? Ayan, 0.4635. Okay? There we go. Good job. Next. I won't use the PowerPoint na. Ito. I'm going to proceed by presenting here. Sabi nga natin, area, no? The standard Doyle distribution contributes to an area. Pero actually, yung area under a normal curve corresponds to a probability. So, paano isulat yon in notation? Example, the area under a normal curve corresponds to a probability. The probability of any z value or score, z-score, between 0 and 2.32 can be written as P of 0 less than z less than 2.32. Paano ko makukuha yung value na yan? Interpret the same way as we've been doing kanina. Lower is 0, upper is 2.32. Ito yung sagot, 0.4898. Okay? Ganun lang din. Sige, I'm going to give you 3 minutes ulit, no? 3 minutes. Tatlo lang. Actually, 2 minutes lang dapat. No? Kasi tatlo lang yan. Pero go. PM. Wag sa Google Meet, okay? Sige guys, kamusta? Pareho lang yun Pareho lang to. Yes, go. Tama yan. Good job. Yes, there we go. Yes, there we go. Waiting for one more. Sige, 1 minute. Hindi pa nakakabigay. Yes. 0268? Double check your answer Ako kasi 0.0239 Baka may mali ka. Pero ayan, sige, let's discuss, no? Let's discuss. Sandali lang to. 7, 2, number 1, 0, 0, 2.53. 0.4943. Okay, next. Less than 1.73. 0.9582. There we go. And lastly, yung greater than 1.98. Yan, 0.0239. Okay, that's good. Sa mga nakakuha, good job. Okay, next. Find the value of z that corresponds to the given area, no? Paano naman to? Okay. Oh, ito guys, meron na naman akong papakita sa inyong new function. Oh, set up, 7, pinutin nyo yung 3. Inverse normal. Inverse normal. Okay? Oh, 0.4066. Tapos na. Inverse normal. Negative 0.236. Ang z-score. Hinahanap natin yung z-score. No? Oh, yung number 2, paano? Oh, area to the right of z is 60.64. Eh, di ba itong function natin, it only takes areas to the left. So, kung isipin natin, let's get the area to the left, no? 1 minus 0.6064. Negative 0.27. No? Ay, okay, next. Number 3, 30.85% of the area lies to the left of it. Oh. 0.3085. Negative 0.5. And lastly, the z-scores that make up the middle 34% of the curve. So, kung isipin natin, tig 17% yung area, di ba? Sa middle ng curve. Kumbaga, imagine nyo guys, may tig 17%. So, yung area to the left ng isa, sige, let me write this sa board. Yung mga ginagawa natin, ha? Okay, game. Look at the board. Look at the board. Oh, number 1. Oh, let's look, ha? Tingnan lang sa board. Area from the center to negative z is 0.466. Sinasabi, diba? Ito yung standard. Oh. Ang area daw dito, 0.6064. Ay, sorry, 0.4066. Diba sabi? Kailangan nating gawin is to get the z value corresponding to this area. Ano yan? Diba? Pag dinivide, kung isipin nyo, yung half ng curve is 0.5 lang yung area, no? So, yung natitira dito is this, no? Which is equal to 0.0934. So, ipapasok natin to sa calculator. Please look at my calculator. Ayan, inverse normal yung function, ha? Inverse normal. 0.0934. You'll get negative 1.32. Okay? Number 2. Area to the right of z is 60.64. Sabihin natin dito, 60.64. So, kailangan natin kunin yung area sa left. Which is 1 minus 60.64 equals 39.36. Or rather, 0.3936. Kasi we're dealing with decimals dito. Percentage yun kanina. So, papasok natin yan sa inverse normal. 0.3936, negative 0.27. O, number 3, 0.3085, negative 0.5. And lastly, middle 34. O, sabi ko kanina, let's look at the board. Middle 34%, ano yung mga z-score na yun? No? Ano yung mga z-score na yun? Middle 34%. Ito raw, 34%. No? Kung di-divide natin into 2, 17%. No? 17% lang to. So, kailangan natin kunin to. Ano to? Diba 50% yan? 50% minus 17% equals 33%. So, we get the z-score corresponding to this. No? 0.33 lang pala. 0.33. No? Game. Let's look at the calcu. O, 0.33. Negative 0.44. Ganun din sa right, no? Pareho lang yan. So, plus minus 0.44. Okay? Sige. Ngayon, let's go back to our discussion. Oh, ganun na nga. To transform all the observations of any normal random variable x to a new set of observations of a normal random variable z with mean 0 and variance 1, we use this formula. Okay, bakit ganyan? O sige, look at this ha. An adult has on average 5.2 liters of blood. Assume that the variable is normally distributed and has a standard deviation of 0.3. Find the percentage of people who have less than 5.4 liters of blood in their system. Ito. So, drawing yung curve, this is what we need. Area to the left of 5.4. So, get the z-score. Get the z-score. X minus mu, which is the value minus the mean over 0.3. So, 0.67 yung z-score. Ngayon, ayan, na-convert na natin into z-score, di ba? This is how the new curve will look like. Mali yung nandito. Anyway, kukunin mo yung, ito dapat yun nandyan. You can use the table, tapos titignan yan. And actually, you can use our handy calculator. So, paano? Paano yan? Paano yung ganitong problem? 7, 2. Normal CD pa rin. Okay. Ito guys. Super lakas talaga nito. To the left. Diba? Less than 5.4 liters. To the left. So, negative 99999. Upper limit is 5.4. Standard deviation. Ano yung nasa problem? 0.3. Yung average mean is 5.2. 0.7475. Wait lang, ba't ganon? Ayan. Kaya nagkakaiba dahil sa rounding off, no? Dahil sa rounding off. So, yan. 0.7475. Yun nakuha ko. Tara nga. Nagtatry lang ako. Wait lang guys ha. Sige. Ganun lang, no? So, same method pa rin kanina. Ngayon, meron lang tayo pinapasok dito sa upper and lower, no? There we go. Ngayon, before I proceed, nakuha ba yung proseso? Nakuha ba yung proseso, guys? Yes, no? Hindi, binigyan ko na kayo ng, di ba shortcut na? Oh, shortcut. Hindi na kailangan yung z-score. Hindi na kailangan yung z-score, okay? Just use your calcu. Oh, tingnan nyo ulit. Normal CD, negative 9, lower, upper limit 5.4, standard deviation 0.3, mean is 5.2. Yun na. Diretso na. Hindi na natin ginamit yung z-score. Actually, hindi nyo na kailangan yung formula na to. Basta, pasok nyo sa calcu nyo whenever it's appropriate. Okay? Nakuha ba? Okay, sige, game. Oh, exercise. Dili, ilang minutes ko kaya ito bibigay? Oh, exercise, 3 minutes. Kaya to dapat in 3 minutes. If hindi, 5 minutes. Sige, go. Gusto ko makuha nito lahat. Same process lang sa kanina, no? Pinapasok lang natin sa specific fields yung mga values natin. PM nyo ako, PM nyo ako. Okay. 6-4. Julian, double check mo na yung letter A mo, no? Baka nagkamali ka na ng pindot. Pero your answer is near. So, dapat 0.6247 eh. Dapat 0.6247. Sige, waiting one more. Yan, sige. It's fine. Sige, I'm waiting for one more, no? Okay, paano ulit? O, sige, game, ha? Paano ulit? O, game. Look, balik lang ako sandali, for one of us. Okay, game. Look at this, Erin. Okay, look at this. Gusto ko kasi makuha nyo to before you move on. Gusto ko talaga makuha nyo. Kasi we'll be using this for all of the lesson. Huh? Oh, punta ka sa 7, normal CD. O, di ba pag ganito, given na sa'yo lahat. So, let's do it again. Find the percentage of people who have less than 5.4 liters of blood in their system. Less than. So, it means itong 5.4, siya yung upper limit, no? Lalagay mo siya dito. Tinagay ka ng super large negative number sa baba. Standard deviation is 0.3, so put it there. And average 5.2 liters of blood. So, ilagay mo siya dyan. you will get 0.7475. Ganun siya, no? Ganun siya. So, apply mo yung sinabi ko sa'yo dito, no? Apply mo yung sinabi ko sa'yo dito. Sige, let's see. Try ulit natin, no? Okay na, Erin? Nag-gets mo ba? Okay, sige, go. Oh, try mo dito. Look at the screen, ha? Look at the screen. Sige, look at the screen. Oh. Example, dito, letter A, no? Sige, discuss ko na nga. Oh, letter A, letter A. Between 27 and 31 pounds per month. 27, lower, 31, upper. Standard deviation is 2 pounds. Nakasulat dyan. Mean is 28 pounds. Ayun, average, 28 pounds, no? Oh. 0.6247. Next, more than 30.2 pounds. Oh, lower is 30.2. Tapos yan, upper, no? 0.1357. Ayun, nakuha ba? Nakuha ba? I mean, all of you got it naman. Ikaw, Erin, nakuha mo ba? Yep. Sige, let's go. Okay, thank you. Oh, long method. Daan ko na sandali. Kunin niyo yung mga z-score. Tapos kunin niyo yung corresponding area sa table. Subtract niyo from each other, no? Yan isang method. Ganoon din dito, no? Anong oras na ba? 1 hour. Sige, marami pa tayong oras. I thought mahirapan kayo. Hindi naman pala masyado. Okay, sige. Determining normality. Okay. Ngayon, we're going to the next part na. Examining the distribution more than ever. Determining normality. Skewness can also be checked by using the Pearson coefficient of skewness, also called Pearson's index of skewness. Hindi naman ito papagawa sa inyo, so dadaanan ko lang to, no? If the index is greater than or equal to 1 or less than or equal to negative 1, ibig sabihin, our data are skewed. Hindi siya approximately normal, no? Lalo na kapag outliers, may outliers sa data, merong effect yun sa normality. So, eto, to determine if the data are approximately normally distributed, hindi natin ito gagawin. Okay? Papakita ko lang sa inyo. So, ito yung frequency distribution, group frequency distribution. So, getting yung mga values na kailangan natin, ito siya, no? Ito siya. Sample standard deviation. Kasi yun yung formula, di ba? It's okay, we don't need to do this naman. Daanan ko lang. PC is 0.148. Approximately normal distributed kasi within the ano siya, within the range, no? Within the range. Central limit theorem, no? Central limit theorem. This is the last part ng normal distribution, tapos confidence interval na tayo. Central limit theorem. Oh, actually kasi, ang mga researcher, they get different samples, di ba? Kasi they can't get everything from the population. So, ginagawa nila is, they get samples, small samples, tapos they get the sample means, no? They get the sample means of each to approximate the the population parameter, okay? Oh. Ayan, so we have something what we call the sampling distribution of sample means, which is a distribution using the means computed from all possible samples of a specific size taken from a population. Sampling error is the difference between the sample measure and the corresponding population measure due to the fact that the sample is not a perfect representation of the population. Properties. The mean of the sample means will always be the same as the population mean. Importante yan. Next, the standard deviation of the sample means, hindi siya standard deviation ng sample, guys, ha? Hindi siya yun, ha? Standard deviation ng sample means, ha? As in, yung means ng mga sample natin will be smaller than the standard deviation of the population. No? You will see later what this means. Sabihin natin may professor, nagbigay siya ng 8 points quiz to a small class of 4 students. Yung mga result ng quiz ay 2, 6, 4, and 8. So, you mean, for the sake of discussion lang, no, ginawa niya super liit. So, yung mean is 2 plus 6 plus 4 plus 8 over 4 equals 5. Tapos, yung standard deviation is this, no? Is this one. 2.236. Teka, mali to. Ito yung nakuha niya sa dulo pala. Wait lang. Ayan, tapos, ginawa niya ng frequency distribution, no? So, kinuha niya yung sample means ng lahat. Na pwede makuha ang sample from each. We get this. Then we get this. See? Normal distribution siya after. So, ano napansin natin? Computing yung standard deviation, it's 1.581. Yung isa, it's 5, no? Ano napansin natin? We get these relations. No? We get these relations. So, if all possible samples of size n are taken with replacement from the same population, the mean of the sample means is equal to the population mean. And the standard deviation of the sample means equals to sigma over square root of n. The standard deviation of the sample means is called the standard error, no? So that's a term. So paano siya gamitin, no? So it's just another fancy way of stating the z-score, no? Kasi as the sample size n increases without limit, magiging normal distribution na yung distribution natin. And yung gagamitin nating values, abangan nyo na lang, no? Basta, yung z-score, if we're going to take samples, ito yung makukuha natin. Kailangan parati, guys, normally distributed, no? Tandaan nyo, guys, yung central limit theorem only applies for a sample from the population. Kumbaga, kumuha ka na sample. Bakit, guys? Bakit? Ano napansin nyo kanina? Ano napansin nyo sa ginagawa natin kanina? Tignan nyo, If a household one household is selected at random. Individual. Individual to. O, tingnan nyo pa tong isa. O. Wala naman sinabing sample size dito. Okay? Tandaan nyo yun, ha? Ginagamit yung central limit theorem kapag may binigay na sample size. Technically, pag may binigay na sample size, kita nyo to? Look at this, ha? Ginagamit lang to kapag may binigay na sample size. Oh, if 20 children between the ages of 2 and 5 are randomly selected, find the probability that the mean of the number of hours they watch television will be greater than 26.3. Basta pag merong sample size, ano yon? Central limit theorem. So what do I mean? Oh, I'm going to do the long method muna. So this is what we're asked for. Look at the curve. Let's get the z-score. Then you get the area, the required area. Okay, paano to sa calcu, guys? Paano to sa calcu? Oh, normal CD. Lower limit, 26.3. Upper limit, random big number. Sigma, standard deviation is 3 hours. Mean, 25 hours. Wait, mali ako nang ginawa. May nalimutan akong gawin. Sorry. Central limit theorem. Apply nyo yan. 3 divided by square root of 20. Sample size, no? Ayan. There we go. 0.0263. Before I continue, nakuha ba? Kung paano? Pareho pa rin, no? Nakuha ba? Isa pa. Sige, game. Central limit theorem, gagamitin nyo lang siya kapag merong ganito. Pag merong ganito, may sample size, no? Pag sinabing, I chose 20 children. I chose 10 children. Gagamitin nyo lang to kapag meron siyang sinabing ganon. Pag wala, hindi. Yung ginagawa lang natin kanina. Konti lang yung modification na kailangan natin gawin. Ano yun? Ano yung kailangan natin gawin? Oh, they will watch television greater than 26.3 hours. Diba? So, ganun pa rin, no? Lower is 26.3. Upper is a random large number. Standard deviation is sigma divided by square root of n. Sigma divided by square root of n. Sigma is 3 over square root of n, no? Kumbaga, instead na pinapasok natin yung 3 lang, i-divide natin by the square root of the sample size, no? Mean is 25, nakasulat dyan. Watch an average of 25 hours of television per week. Yan, 0.0263. O yan, nakuha na? Nakuha na? Okay, sige. Ngayon, I'm going to ask you to try this. I'm going to give you 5 minutes, no? Ito. Sige guys, pahingin lang ng... I'll be back in 5 minutes, okay? Pag may tanong kayo, I'll answer it when I get back. Okay guys, I'm back. Pasensya na kasi di pa ako nag-breakfast eh, no? Mali kayo lahat. Mali kayo lahat. Um, Teka guys, try ko nga rin ha. Wait lang ha, try ko rin. Pasensya na, di pa kasi nagbe-breakfast. So, I just took a 5-minute breakfast. $16. Ayan, ito na naman tayo. Okay. Teka ha. Yun yung 2.2449. Okay. Yung mga sumagot ng 9 to 10, pakipicturean nyo nga yung nilagay nyo sa calcu. I'm just interested. Sige nga, pakipicturean nyo yung nilagay nyo sa calcu. Interested lang ako. Sumagot ng 9 to 10. Nung sumagot ng 9 to 10, please, pakipicturean nyo yung nilagay nyo sa calcu. Before I continue, interested lang ako. Talaga? Teka, try ko nga. Sige, let's see ah. Parang mali yun na sa answer key ko ah. 90, 100, sigma, 16 divided by 6. Mean is 96. Oo nga, mali yung nasa answer key ko guys. Mali ito ha. Alam ko na saan siya nagkamali. Tama yung sagot na 9 to 10. Tama yon. Good job sa mga nakatama. Tama yon, okay? Wait lang ha. I'm just going to confirm last one. But tama yon, pero wait lang. I'm just going to look at the book for a while, okay? Kaya guys ha, 2 minutes, wait lang. Parang mali yung pinapakita dito. Yes, 16 over, oo, dapat 16 over square root of 36. Yung mga sumagot ng 0.2449. Yung sumagot ng 0.9 to 10, tama na yun ha, good job. Kasi, di ba, merong piniling sample of 36 vehicles. Di ba? Merong piniling sample of 36 vehicles. Pag merong ganun, divide by square root of n. Okay? Kaya guys, ha, pingin ng 2 minutes. Hindi na ako makamove on. Ba't ganun? Tingin ko mali yung na-screenshot ko eh. Yun. Kaya naman pala eh. Mali ako ng item na tinitignan. Pasensya na. Sorry. Kaya pala eh. Mali. Kaya pala. Never mind yung sagot dito ah. Ito. This is the correct answer. Let's look. 7. Ayan, I'm going to discuss na. 2, normal CD. Lower is 90. Upper is 100. Sigma is 16. Divided by square root of 36, which is 6, no? Dinerecho ko na. Mean is 96 months. You will get 0.9210, no? 0.9210. Good job sa mga nakatama. Ayun. Okay, gets na, no? Okay, sige. Ngayon, let's go to the last part of our lesson for today, as we'll try to do some problem solving. Confidence intervals. Ito. Di ba, kung napapansin nyo, guys, di ba, marami nagsasabi about 85%, mga percentage, proportions, margin of errors, no? Margin of errors. Yan, kasi guys, tawag dyan, estimation techniques, no? Estimation techniques in statistics. Ang estimation ginagamit ay para ma-estimate mo yung value ng parameter or population data based from information obtained from a sample. Okay? Kasi ang hirap, di ba, imposible most of the time to study the whole population at the same time, di ba? That's why you take samples, tapos you estimate the total from the sample data. You estimate the population data from the sample data. Okay? So, yan. Ang estimation, ito dapat randomly selected. Tapos, sample size must be greater than or equal to 30. Basta normally distributed. Okay? Normally distributed. Normally distributed siya kapag greater than 30 yung sample size. Definition of terms, population, naaral na natin to. Consists of all subjects that are being studied. Sample is a group of subjects selected from a population. Parameter, characteristic obtained by using all data values from a population. Statistic is a characteristic or measure obtained by using the data values from a sample. Skip na yan. There are two kinds of estimates, guys. Point estimate is a specific numerical value estimate of a parameter. Example, best point estimate of the population mean is the sample mean. We'll be using this a lot. Ngayon, check natin yung sa median kasi di ko alam kung tawag doon. Never mind. Basta kapag population mean, yung best point estimate ng population mean is the sample mean. Ito. So, interval estimate naman of a parameter is an interval or a range of values used to estimate the parameter. Range of values, yun lang. Pwedeng nandun yung value ng parameter na estimated, pwedeng hindi. That will be more applicable sa fourth quarter, which we would not discuss anymore. Sige, may 4 na terms tayo, no? May 4 na terms tayo for interval estimates. So, yun nga, unang-una, ang interval estimate ay isang range of values used to estimate the parameter. The estimate may or not contain the value of the parameter being estimated. Next, the confidence level is the probability that the interval estimate will contain the parameter. No? The confidence interval is a specific interval estimate using the specific confidence level you'll see in a while. Margin of error is the maximum difference between the point estimate and the actual value of the parameter. Ito na, guys. Ito, guys, di ba? Normal distribution pa rin to, okay? Bakit? Kasi you are approximating na yung mga variables natin ay normally distributed. So, this is an extension of our topic. Okay? Eto na. Ngayon, we look at the mean. No? We always look at the mean for now. Mean parate. Confidence interval for the mean when the population standard deviation, sigma, is known. So, ito na. An interval estimate is a range of values that may contain or may not contain your point estimate. Okay? Yan ha. Kumbaga, using the sample mean, which is the best point estimate you have, you create an interval that may contain yung value ng population mean mo. Okay? Ito yung confidence level. Z alpha over 2. Z alpha over 2. Okay? Tatlo lang yung values niyan. Paki-memorize to or paki-picturean to. Okay? Oh, hindi pa masyado maintindihan yung point nito. Oh, kasi mahirap talaga yun, no? Kasi unang-una, hindi naman talaga ako statistics teacher, no? I'm not the best at explaining this. Pero, based on my knowledge sa research, ginagamit to kapag to validate your results, no? To validate your results. Kasi, sa research, pag nag-grade 10 kayo, research, gamit kayo ng mga ganito to estimate kung ano yung dapat yung ideal na value ng mga sample mo, ng mga data from your sample. Example, hindi pasok sa range na yon, edi hindi, no? Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng confidence interval. So, another way of saying this, of interpreting yung confidence interval, create a confidence interval for which there is a probability of 90% that the values will be between the interval, no? Parang ganon, no? Basta, Z alpha over 2 is the Z value for the given confidence interval. Sige, before we continue, ano pa ibig sabihin itong Z alpha over 2? Okay? Ito lang, normal distribution pa rin to, guys. Let's look at the board. Z alpha over 2. O sige, actually, wag na pala. Let's look at the presentation na lang ulit. Look Ayan, so samples, random sample, dapat greater than or equal to 30 or normally distributed if n is less than 30. Okay. Ito yung sabihin ng Z alpha over 2, no? So, ito yung ginagawa natin ng interval, guys, no? Ito yung ginagawa natin ng interval. Your range of values such that there's a possibility na 95% na nasa gitna siya ng dalawang z-score na yon. Okay? Yun ang sabihin nun. Ayan, CI, 95%. 1.96. Okay? Sige. Tapos pag naman sample size, depends on three things, no? Margin of error. Okay, ano yung margin of error dito, guys? Yung Z alpha over 2 times sigma over square root of n. Yun yung margin of error, no? Yun yung margin of error. Sample size depends on three things. Margin of error, population standard deviation, and level of confidence. Ayan. Use the formula. That's the formula for n. Kasi kapag decimal yung nakuha mo, round up. Round off to the whole number. Round up, round up. So, sige, look at this, no? Wait lang, let me fix my, presentation. Tatlo lang yung Z value natin, Researcher wishes to estimate the number of days it takes an automobile dealer to sell a Chevrolet Aveo. A random sample of 50 cars had the mean time of 54 days. Assume the population standard deviation to be 6 days. Sigma. Find the best point estimate of the population mean and the 95% confidence interval of the population mean. So, sige, let's look at the board. So, ganito lang yan, no? Diba? X bar minus Z alpha over 2 times sigma over square root of n less than mu less than x bar plus z alpha over 2 times sigma over square root of n. So, ipasok lang natin lahat ng value na nakuha natin dyan. Ay, sorry. Nasira yung stand ko. Ayan, isa pa. Ito lang, papasok ko lang yung mga formula, lahat ng values dito. X bar minus z alpha over 2 times sigma over square root of n less than mu less than x bar plus z alpha over 2 sigma over square root of n. O, pasok nyo ng lahat. O, x bar is 54. No? 54. Minus z alpha over 2 kasi 95%. Memorize nyo na lang yun. 1.96. Sigma, that is 6 over square root of 50. Less than mu, less than, pasok na lang ulit, 54, plus 1.96 times 6 over square root of 50. Ganun na kasimple itong ginagawa natin. E sabi sa inyo yung statistics, di siya masyado mahirap. No? 54 minus 1.96 times sigma 6 over square root of 50, 52.3 is less than mu, is less than 55.7, no? Yan this is our confidence interval. The best point estimate of the population mean is the sample mean. So, best point estimate, BPE, equals to 54. No? Yan So, ang interpretation nito ganito. With 95% confidence or there is a 95% probability na ang interval between 52.3 and 57.7 days will contain the population mean based on a sample of 15 automobiles. Yun yung shorthand interpretation ng mga confidence interval. Okay? Before I continue, nakuha ba yung process of getting the confidence interval? Nakuha ba? Nakuha naman. Isa pa. O sige, game. Basahin ulit natin yung problem, ha? Sample, n equals 50. X bar equals 54. Population standard deviation, sigma equals 6. So, kunin natin 95%, no? 95%. Game. Let's look at this. Just use the formula, no? This is the confidence interval na. For 95% confidence interval, yung confidence level ay 1.96. Diba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, ito, pag 95% confidence interval, yun yung value ng Z alpha over 2. Okay? 1.96. Basta yun yung mga tatlong value. Pag 90% sinabi, 1.645. Kapag 95%, 1.96. Pag 99%, 2.576. Okay? Ngayon, substitute natin. 54 minus 1.96 times 6 over square root of 50. 54 plus 1.96 times 6 over square root of 50. So, simplify nyo lang, we get this, no? Best point estimate of the population is also the sample mean. So, yan, 54 days din, no? Ano ulit yung interpretation nito? There is a 95% probability na this interval between 52.3 and 55.7 will contain the population mean, which is 54 days, based on a sample of 50 automobiles. No? Okay. Nakuha na yung process or yung formula. Saan po galing yung standard deviation na 6? Given sa problem. Given sa problem. Ayan, no? Population standard deviation to be 6 days. Ayan, no? Given. Okay? Okay na? Yun. So, ito guys daming formula, 'di ba? Ano lang, just look for it from the problem. Makukuha nyo rin 'yan. Okay? Sige. Mamaya na tayo mag-problem solving, okay? Kasi kaya to ng sabay-sabay Si I for the mean, sige, paano naman pag sample size? 'Di ba? Okay, guys, sige, ito, game Sample size yung hinahanap natin. Ito guys, pag meron kayo nakitang within 2 automobiles, within, the word na within, yun yung value ng E, okay? Tandaan nyo yun Pag meron kayo nakikitang within na word, yun yung value ng E, or the margin of error. Yung mahabang ganito, ito yung value nun, Z alpha over 2, sigma over square root of n, no? That is equal to E. Yun yung margin of error, okay? Basta pag nakita kayo ng within, o kaya pag meron kayo nakita, hindi lalagpas, in English hindi lalagpas ng 5%. Yun na yung margin of error natin, okay? Tandaan nyo yun yung sample size is yung number of days. Kasi ang kinukuha niya, ang number of automobile thefts in a city per day, no? Yung sample size niya is a day, no? Yun ang sample size niya, yung day. Okay. 99% confident. Tapos yung standard deviation was found to be 4.2. How many days should he select to survey? N equals Z alpha over 2 times sigma over E. Z alpha over 2 dahil 99% confident, 2.576. Yung iba nila round off na to 2.58. Yan, substitute nyo lang. You'll get this. 29.35. No? Formula natin to kanina. So, round off. Di ba? Pag decimal, round off. 30 days, no? 30 days. Okay? Nakuha ba yung formula? Okay, sige. Next. Ngayon, there are cases na hindi natin alam yung sigma. So, paano yon? Ang tawag doon, T-score, T-distribution na. Student T-distribution. Ano yung difference nito sa isa? You'll see later. Degrees of freedom. You'll know kung bakit kailangan yan. Ito, wala to i-memorize. Most of the time, given na to sa inyo. Or unless may table, no? May table din to. I'll show you how to use it in a while. Pero given naman to most of the time, no? Given naman to most of the time. O, degrees of freedom, the number of values, o, din importante yan. Basta, ito. Always remember that. Tapos yung formula, the same thing. Ang pinagkaiba lang, T alpha over 2 and S. Standard deviation. No? Sample standard deviation. Okay, game guys. Game. Pareho lang guys ha. Pareho lang siya. Pinagkaiba lang. T-score, tas sample standard deviation. Okay? Paano naman to? Sigma is unknown. Analyze muna natin yung problem. Sample size. The standard deviation of the sample temperatures. 8. Sample yon, sample. Find the 95% confidence interval for the temperatures. Ito sample means, no? Sample mean. So, bale, ito yung N. Ito yung mu. Ito yung S. Yung confidence level. Okay? So, paano to? Let's look at our Z table, no? Our T table. T. Pero, most of the time naman, given na to sa exam. Sige, share the screen na lang. I'm going to share my screen. Teka ha. Ngayon, let's look at the T distribution, no? T. Ayan, no? Kapag unknown yung wait. Okay. Kapag unknown yung sigma, you use T distribution, no? So, sige, let's see. Diba, ang nakita natin dito, 95% confidence interval. 2 tails parati tayo, no? 2 tails. 0.05. Kasi 95%, diba? Okay, let's see. Degrees of freedom, n minus 1. Ang n natin is 12. So, minus 1, 11. 1.796, no? 1.796. Given naman to, don't worry. Using the formula, teka guys, Ay, sorry, mali akong tingin. Ito, 2.201 pala. Ito. 11. Wala tong calcu, Ano lang to? Yan. Okay? There we go. So, going back, diba? X equals 42, S equals 8, N equals 12. Using the formula, X bar equals 42, T score, as we have found kanina, is 2.201. Kasi N yung sample, diba? Degrees of freedom is 11. Then use the corresponding values to get here. 8 over sample standard deviation is 8. N is square root of 12. No? Substitute, you'll get this. Yan, tapos na. That's the confidence interval. Okay?
Now, before I move on, nakuha naman?
Nakuha naman? Nakuha naman? Nakuha naman? Ano po muna ni T? Okay, kakasabi ko lang kanina, no? T, di ba kanina, Z-score tayo. Z-score yung ginagamit natin. T is another kind of score. T-score, no? Ginagamit to kapag di natin alam yung sigma. Okay? Ginagamit to pag di natin alam yung sigma. Okay? So, paano kinukuha yung T-score? Sabi ko nga kanina, ito yon, no? Ito yon. T alpha over 2. Paano kinukuha yon? No? Paano kinukuha yon? Oh, let's see, Oh, let's go back to our problem muna. N equals 12. Degrees of freedom equals 12 minus 1. 11, no? Kasi, ayan, no? Kailangan nun eh. Kailangan nun pag hinahanap yung T-score sa table. Okay? Oh, let's look. 95% confidence interval, 11 degrees of freedom, 2.201. Okay? Ayan, 2.201 from here. Then, substitute dito. You'll get everything. Okay? Nakuha na ngayon. Okay, sige. So, recap lang. Confidence interval for the mean. Pag known yung sigma, as in sinabi doon, the population standard deviation is ganyan. Use yung z-score, yung kanina, yung pinakauna. Pag wala, pag sinabi the sample standard deviation is given, use T alpha over 2, no? Ganun lang, yung huli nating diniscuss, okay? And lastly, meron naman tayong confidence interval for proportions. Pag sinabing ganyan, percentage, most of the time, ibig sabihin nun, proportion. So, meron tayong mga symbol na ginagamit for proportions. Kapag P, yun yung population proportion, di ba? And, wait lang ito yung ini-estimate natin, no? Population proportion. Ito yung ini-estimate natin. Tapos, meron tayong dalawang terms, P hat, Q hat. Sample proportion and those that are not part of the sample proportion, no? Or ito, pwede rin. X is yung number of sample units that possess the characteristic of interest and n equals sample size. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Oh, example. Ito yung N. Ito yung N, no? N. Oh, naalala yung ginagawa natin last meeting sa discrete probability distribution? Oh, took no self-protection action. Took no self-protection action. So, yung P hat natin equals 45 over 150. Tsaka sinabi naman P hat is the proportion of victims who took no self-protection. Tapos yung Q hat equals 1 minus P hat, no? There we go. Ulitin ko 150 assault victims. N equals 150. Sample that possess the characteristic na interested in, 45. Find P hat and Q hat. P hat is the proportion of victims who took no self-protection against the criminal. Compare ko lang ulit took no self-protection. So yan, that is our P hat. 45 over 150. And yung Q hat is 1, tingnan nyo huwag nyo napansinin yan. 1 minus P hat, 0.7, no? pwede rin fraction yung value, guys, ha. Okay? Yan, na-gets yung pagkuha ng p hat and q hat? Na-gets naman kung paano? Okay, yep. Sige, game. Confidence interval for a proportion. Okay, balik na naman tayo dito. Dahil z-score yung gamit, ito yung values natin. Paki-memorize na lang or paki-picturean. Then, ang haba ng formula, no? Ang haba ng formula. So, ito. Ano siya gamitin? No? Ito yung p hat, yung kanina. Ito yung ni-estimate natin, no? Population proportion. Ito yung sample proportion. Minus z alpha over 2 times square root p hat q hat over n. Tapos ito ulit yung margin of error. Ito yung e, no? Yan yung e. Okay? Tandaan nyo na yung formula or pakipicturean, no? So, ang considerations for proportion, the sample is a random sample, tapos parang binomial experiment. Pero you don't need to know that. Tapos, CI for proportions, the sample size is obtained using this formula. Okay? Okay. Example. Find the 90% confidence interval. 90%. Who paid for their education by student loans? So, yung p hat, kasi ang first step is to identify yung p hat and q hat. Ang p hat is 323, kasi ayan, no? For their education by student loans, 323 over 1,404. Q hat equals to 1 minus p hat, no? 1 minus nito. Okay? Ayan. O, diba? Nakuha na natin kanina. Suggestion ko, you use fractions in the formula para mas eksakto yung sagot, ha? Use fractions in the formula. Okay? Yan, na-determine na natin yung p hat and q hat. Sige na, I'll just write on the board. Okay, I'll just write on the board. Have a look at the given. Game. Di ba sabi? 1,404 students. 323 paid for student loans. Find population proportion. I find confidence 90% CI for proportion that paid student loans, di ba? Let's get yung p hat, no? P hat equals ito over ito. Q hat equals 1 minus p hat equals 1 minus 323 over 1,404, which is equal to 1,081 over 1,404. Next. Let's use the formula p hat minus z alpha over 2 p hat q hat over square root pala. Less than p is less than p hat plus z alpha over 2 p hat q hat over n. Tapos substitute lang natin lahat. P hat 323 shucks minus Ano yung Z alpha over 2? 90% confidence interval, no? Pag ganon, it is 1.65, di ba? 1.65. Tama ba? Ay, 1.645 pala. 1.645. Based on the slides kanina. 1.645 square root ng 323 1081 over 1404 less than P hat plus 1.645 square root ng 1404 times 1081 over 1404 all over n. Calculate ko lang, this is what I'll get. (0.211) less than P less than 0.249. Teka, let me check yung sagot. Yes, tama ako. Okay. Before we continue, nakuha ba yung process? Okay, sige. O sige nga guys, test. Let's see if gets niya to. Sige nga. Look at the PowerPoint. Oh, let's look at the values, no? Confidence interval. Oh, proportion of people who did not have a landline phone. So, ito na yung p-hat, no? Ito na yung p-hat. I'm gonna give you, baka last na to for today. P-hat. Within 2%. Within 2%. E. Error, no? Yung E. Okay, sige nga. Find the minimal sample size necessary for this. I'll give 5 to 10 minutes. Hindi nyo gets, please tell me. PM PM. Wag sa Google Meet. Na info overload. Sige guys ha.
Info overload. Okay, sige. Oh. Take note of the, take note of the, take note of the given.
Statistics, nakaka-info overload talaga. Okay? Ito yung formula. Ito yung formula. Okay? P hat is the... Sige, it's okay, Erin. I'll discuss in a while. Ako rin, napagod na rin ako. Oh, pag sample size, sabi ko, always round off. No, always round off. Round up. I mean, round up. Sige, tama na yan. No? Tama na yan. Sige, last na to, guys. Meron din kasi ako susunod na klase eh. Yung problem solving next time na lang. No? Sa cumulative problem set discussion natin. Discrete PD and normal distribution. Aba, no? Ganyan ka-overloading ang statistics. Sige. I'll start by... Sige, I'll wait for more answers. Yan. Sige. That's good. Mikes, we're looking for a sample size, no? We're looking for a sample size. Sige, I'll discuss in 2 minutes. Sige guys ha. Oh, game. Let's discuss. Sige, last na to for today. Game ha. Oh. Di ba nakuha natin sa data, within 2% of the true proportion. E, 0.002. Oh, 95% confidence, 1.96. The proportion of people who did not have a landline phone. So, ayan. So, ito yung p-hat natin. Ito na agad. No? Ito na agad. P-hat na yan. 0.40. Q-hat is 0.60 kasi 1 minus p-hat. Substitute the values, you'll get this, 2,305. Ayan. Yun na lang siguro for today. Sige, I'm sure overload na rin kayo. Sige, let's take a little bit time early. So, ito, I have an optional homework. If you want, we can try this, no? If not, isasama ko na to sa problem set, no? So, depends on you, okay? Ayun lang, guys. Sige, maraming salamat. Bye-bye. 2 minutes lang naman din before we end. Bye-bye, bye-bye.